So this next one wants us to find a parallel line to this line N and make sure that that new parallel line also passes through this point. So this one, they're giving us a drag and drop options. This is not quite multiple choice. You can definitely start to eliminate some answer choices and think of some reasonable ones and maybe just start testing things out in Desmos. But I'm going to show you a very direct way to get our answer. So we need to write a point slope equation because knowing that our lines are parallel, I know they're going to have the same slope. So we can kind of fill in the slope at least. We know the slope's going to be right. The other thing we need to consider is how do we use this point? So I'm going to write down my slope, -3/5, and I'm going to write down this point, 15 comma -6. And we're going to use a point slope equation to find our new line. So on your formula chart, you'll be able to reference it and see that this is the point slope form of a line equation. And the different pieces of it are m, the slope, and then x1 and y1, which represent the point we have here. So I'm just going to carefully plug everything in. Y minus -6. Be really careful when you're subtracting a negative. And then x minus 15. I should have plugged in my slope as well, so I'm going to erase that and plug that in. -3/5. And then from here, all we have to do is simplify it. First, when I subtract a negative, it's the opposite of negative, so I'm going to flip it to a positive. Then I'm going to distribute this slope. A negative times a negative is a positive. 3/5 of 15 is 9. So now there's one more step because I need to get it in slope-intercept form, which means isolating the y value. I'm going to subtract 6. Y equals -3/5 x plus 3. And now we have our equation. And we can go ahead, fill in that y-intercept, and like you will do for every single problem, double check it with your calculator however you think you might be able to. In this case, it's pretty straightforward. Simply type in the point, type in the equation, and just double check. Did that pass through that point? Yes. So we're good on that part. Check the other thing. We know that a parallel line is going to have the same slope, but let's just visually double check it. And we can see that those two lines are parallel. So this must be the right answer.